Good morning. Tom Ward here in St. Augustine, Florida, sitting on our back porch on a beautiful, beautiful day. 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. The birds have been chirping in the background. It's just gorgeous. Yet, there's a lot going on in the world today. This coronavirus has us all wondering what's next. We've heard of cancellations of the basketball seasons, cancellations of the March Madness, cancellation of some of the golf tournaments. We know that this is something real that we're going to have to deal with. And yet, how do we deal with it? When do we make these key decisions? So this morning, what I did was I went to some of the Gen Basics. I went back to Think and Grow Rich, and I started from the start. And I thought, maybe in my reading this morning, there would be a couple of messages to me that I could provide to you that would let you know where we're at, where we're going, and maybe what we should be doing. The first message, it's a message I hear from Ed Foreman every time I get an email from him. And it comes right after the R.U. Darby story of 3 Feet from Gold. And R.U. Darby recalled that his mistake in having stopped only 3 feet from gold. But he said that experience was a blessing in disguise. It taught me, and here's the message that I hear from Ed so often, it taught me to keep on keeping on. It was a lesson I needed to learn before I could succeed in anything. So the first message that I received this morning was, we need to keep on keeping on. Now go back to the 4 levels of learning. We don't know what we don't know. We do know that the incubation period is 14 days or so of the coronavirus. And we know that our event is, we would be having graduation ceremonies right now about 6 weeks from now. So I think it's a little premature for us to completely cancel, but we're staying prepared and we're staying close to understanding what's going on. Is the virus going to continue to grow, or are we going to peak it? Is it going to start to come back? Because the other thing that I know is the lessons we learn in successful life are the lessons that help us get through a crisis like this, and they're also the lessons that help us take advantage of opportunities going forward. Now, the second message that I read this morning, also in that first introduction of Think and Grow Rich, came from Henley, the poet, when he says, "You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul." And Napoleon Hill goes on to write, when Henley wrote the prophetic lines, "I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul," he should have informed us that we are the masters of our fate, the captains of our soul, because we have the power to control our thoughts. See, how we address this situation is going to determine how it affects us. Further in the reading, he goes on to say, he should have told us too that our brains become magnetized with the dominating thoughts which we hold in our minds, and by means with which no man is familiar, these magnets attract us to the forces, the people, the circumstances in life which harmonize with the nature of our dominating thought. So what he's saying is, this situation is going to occur, but how we go after it, how we think about it, is really going to impact our outcome. So at this point, what I want to communicate is, one, we're going to continue progressing towards, we're going to keep on keeping on towards holding the event in late April through the 1st of May. None of the events that have been canceled at this point go that far out. So I think we're a little premature to make a call. Secondly, though, because some of the training is so powerful to help us get through some of this, I'm going to be working with Emily and Earlene to try to get out some of the training early. through videos, through getting the online course done a little bit early, and get the message out to you, some of the training, so it can help you drive through this situation, our challenge, and turn it into an opportunity. I hope you're as hopeful as I. And I know hope is not a strategy, but we have to go in it with faith that we're going to come out of this better than we went into it. I truly believe that, and I hope you do too. Until the next video, keep on keeping on.